My name is Energio and welcome to Louder with Energio. I'm smiling today. I'm in high spirits because of this topic I want to touch on. And I know that I usually say that it's going to be a short episode, but I'm going to try and keep it short. It may be very funny, but it's very insightful and it's a serious matter, as everything is on this episode. If this is your first time seeing my beautiful face, or listening to my amazing voice, okay, I'm really feeling myself today. If this is your first time, I want to say a very big welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast today. Thank you for clicking on this episode. And if you're a returning subscriber or viewer or listener, I want you to know that you are the realest MVP. You keep this channel going. Today we're going to be talking about the people who say, we're going to be talking about honor for parents. Let me put it that way. We're going to be talking about people and the honor for parents and the people who say, I don't owe anybody anything. Those are the people we are going to be talking about today. But before we get right into that, I want to encourage you to like this video, share this video, and to subscribe if you're watching or listening on YouTube. And if you're not watching or listening on YouTube, whatever platform you're listening on or watching me on, I want to encourage you to subscribe. I want to encourage you to push this podcast. Thank you. It really does help this platform. The message that we're sharing, this fight that we're fighting for sanity in the world, your like and your share and your subscription does help. It won't take anything from you, but it will really help the channel. All right, let's get into it. Have you met someone or anybody who is of the opinion, or if you don't know them and you're not in close proximity, I'm really glad that you don't. It means that you have sanity around you. I'm really glad. But if you have, or you know anybody, or I've seen them online where they're like, oh, I don't owe my parents anything. It's I'm not their retirement plan, or I don't owe the world anything. I don't owe anybody anything, and they're like, I don't owe. Maybe you've seen someone like that. I don't know what ran through your mind, but I'm like, okay, where did you get that opinion from? Who put that idea in your mind or in your head that you don't owe anybody anything, or that you don't owe honor or owe things to your parents? I don't know where they got that from, but that's a crazy idea. I'm sure you agree with me. So let me state this, that parents are not supposed to use their children as retirement plans. That's not the reason to have a child. You can decide to build your family. All right, build your family. I'm laughing because I remember the story. I'll get back to our point. I remember the story of this lady online who sued her parents because they stopped paying for her lifestyle. So she sued her parents, and the judge awarded her $5,000 per month. So her parents are supposed to pay her $5,000, but another judge overturned it. Good judge. That judge, he has my vote. I don't know if he's going to run for president in Nigeria. I will vote for him. But they overturned it, and she was crying and saying, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't have a place to stay. I don't have a job. Then get a job. You're an adult. Get a job. Get a life. She was suing her parents because they were not going to cater to her lifestyle, and she wasn't getting a job. She wasn't contributing to her family or even to society, possibly. And then she was suing them because she did not ask to be born in the first place. Please think about how absurd that is. Which of us did her parents even ask to be born? Could she have asked to be born? So most parents, or most sane people, I guess I have to say that now in 2023, have children, not like the parents from the last episode who have children so that they can get fame out of them. Not those kind. If you've not seen that episode, go back, watch or listen to it. Just go back, you will understand what I'm trying to say. Not those kinds of parents, but most of the people who are sane, or most people, and when I say most people, the people who are sane, have children to repopulate the earth, have children to grow their family. And say what you want, say, oh, that's selfish, that's this, that's that. There are many people who are living good lives on earth, and they are grateful that they were born. If you were not born, you will not know if you wanted to be on earth or not. That aside, most people do not give birth to their children to be retirement plans. And if there are people who do, shame on them. All right, big shame on them. Your children are not your retirement plan. That being said, It doesn't mean that you will not take care of your parents in old age. And a lot of parents actually work hard. They have pension funds or a retirement plan in place for when they get older. But beyond even, first of all, I think that the problem rises when people think that all that they have to do for their parents is give their parents money. You have to be there for your parents. They were there for you all the while growing up. And even if you say, oh, my parents don't deserve it because they didn't give me the best, they weren't there for me. Guess what? You're here now. And you owe it to God, you owe it to the society to take care of your parents. You owe it to yourself as well. So that, guess what? They're not going to be here for the rest of your life. They're not going to be here forever. It's your responsibility to honor them while they are alive. It's your responsibility to take care of them while they are alive. And even so, provide for them to the degree that you can while they are alive. Don't start throwing parties here and there and buying casket and paving roads when your parents are gone, when they were sick or when they were hungry and you did not feed them and you had the money to. Keep a part of, I understand that there is black tax. Plan your funds. Do what you need to do. Okay? But make sure that there is a percentage of your salary or that there's something you're doing consistently to take care of your parents. It's honor. And I believe that, I believe and I know, and many of you know that our generation or this generation lacks honor or respect. Even self-respect we lack. So it feels like we're asking for much when we say respect the person, the next person, or respect other people in society. Give them honor. Give them respect. Show them respect now with your money, with the way you speak to them, with the way you value them. Show them that honor. They're not going to be here forever. All right? They're not going to be here forever. And I'm not saying, oh, you should be your parents' retirement plan or something like that. That's exactly the opposite of what I'm saying. I'm not saying parents should have children for retirement plans. But even if that was all that they did, you still owe it to yourself. You owe it to God. You owe it to the society to take care of your parents in their old age. I understand that some parents can be expecting what you don't have. But that's a them problem. Do your part. And then to the other people, many people who say, oh, I don't owe my parents anything, are also many of them, and then some extras. Are the people that say, I don't owe anybody anything. You do. The same way you owe yourself self-respect, you owe everybody around you self-respect. Respect. It's the same reason why if an adult man, if a 50-year-old man or a 30-year-old man or a 20-year-old man, because a 20-year-old is a man already. If a 20-year-old man raped a 2-year-old child, he'll be thrown in prison. Heck, could receive the death sentence, death penalty. Because respect for everybody on the earth. You can't just go around doing things. You have to respect the society. You have to respect the people who are around you. You owe the world. You owe people things. And to think that you don't owe anybody anything. I think that to a degree, oh yeah, there is an extent to which you can say, oh yeah, I don't owe anybody anything. I don't even know how to put this because the work people are going to take my words out of context. Pardon me. In being true to yourself, in saying, let me give an example. Let me give a context to this right now. When you say, oh, I know that I need to do this. I want to go out. I want to achieve this stuff, but nobody believes in me. But I'm going to pursue this dream, this goal. I don't owe it to anybody to say, oh, they have to come with me on the journey. Does this even make sense? They don't have to come with me. I don't have to do what they want me to do. So I don't owe it to them to do what they want me to do. Do you get my context? Yeah, I don't owe it to anybody to do what they expect me to do. If this is my vision, if this is my dream, sane dream, like a very sane one, then I don't care what people think about me. I don't owe them that. I'm going to go out. I'm going to visit my goals, give myself to them, and accomplish them. But to say that you don't owe anybody anything, to say that you don't owe the world anything, you do. Don't go out scantily clad. You owe the world something. You owe the world self-respect. Respect yourself enough to not say certain things outside. Respect yourself enough to carry yourself a particular way. Respect yourself enough to not wear pocket square as an outfit and go out. And then when people start looking at you, you begin to say, oh, they're objectifying you. But you owe the world something. You owe everybody in the world something. I hope that this makes sense. This podcast makes sense. It's a fun podcast, but it's an important topic. Very important, very necessary, because a lot of us are, I don't want to say this word. You know what I'm trying to say, all right? You owe the world something. You owe everybody that you meet respect. You have to have dignity, all right? Give yourself some self-respect. Oh my God, until the next episode, this is Louder with Energio.